Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would just do a bit of a chatty vlog today. I didn't want to come on camera without any makeup on because my skin really isn't very good at the moment. And I know you guys don't care about that, but I do. I'm feeling a bit self-conscious about my skin at the moment. I'm starting on the back foot anyway with my skin, so yeah, it's not a brilliant picture with makeup on. And I'm not one of those women who knows how to do makeup amazingly. I'm just never one of that type of girl. Had other things to do instead. But I just thought I'd do a vlog. I haven't really picked up the camera for a few days, other than to film like our meals and the lunches. And I have got a school morning routine coming out as well. Like my routine in the morning, not the kids. But I thought I'd come on today to do a vlog. It's Saturday afternoon. We had dancing and swimming this morning, which actually was all right. I'm trying to be a bit more like organised with my mornings, and just recognise that I can't get everything done. I'm never going to be able to get everything done. So once I've accepted that, then I can just know what I can get done, and then I won't get stressed out as much. Although leaving the house with kids is always a little bit fraught, isn't it, with stress, because they don't quite do as they're told all the time. But yes, that was fine. The kids, we were swimming for an hour, so that was my first week of having them do different swimming lessons, but it's okay. I was just on my phone basically scrolling the internet, because as much as I like to check in and see what they're doing, I don't want to see them flapping about in the water for an hour. If that makes me a bad mother, I don't care, because I'm not a bad mother. I just want to chill basically for the time that I've got to sit down. I'm going to keep one eye on them, see what they're doing. Brilliant, good, darling, well done, backstroke, all that jazz. Other time, I'm going to be on my phone, looking at stories on the news and replying to YouTube comments and things like that. Catching up with what's going on Facebook, things like that I don't get to do most of the time because I'm busy looking after my family. So yeah, so that was all right. We're going to go out for a dog walk with my mum this afternoon, and then we're going out for dinner with my mum and stepdad this evening, so that's quite nice. The boys are currently really into Pokemon. They went to like a Pokemon trading thing at school, so now they're well back into Pokemon cards. So they've been doing that. I haven't heard a peep out of them actually. I don't even know what Lily's doing. They are still in the house. I just don't know what they're doing. They're all being nice and quiet and occupying themselves. I don't know why I'm trying to do my hair in this mirror when effectively if I've got a camera, I've got a mirror and I can just talk to you like this. I've just been a bit quiet the last couple of days. I haven't put as much on Instagram. I put a few posts up this morning on my stories. Yeah, I've just kind of been a bit quieter. It's been nice to have a little bit of a break, to be honest. But I'm back today. So, and then I mentioned to Lily today, I said to her, she said, can I have a bottle of milk? And I said, look, why don't you have your milk in a mug? Because you've got big girl teeth coming through, because she's lost 2 teeth now. I said, and what you don't want is for your teeth to go funny by having your big girl teeth to go funny by having a bottle. So why don't you have your milk in a mug? And whenever I've suggested things like that to her before, she's always been dead set against it, well against it, got, you know, upset. I want to have my bottle. And I was like, okay, because I am a big believer in letting them do things in their own time. I've never made my kids do anything that they're not ready for. So I waited until they were really ready to potty train, even though I had loads of other people saying to me, they should be in she shouldn't be in nappies anymore. Are you not starting potty training yet? He should be on the toilet, not in a nappy. And I was like, yeah, he's not ready. He's not ready. When he's ready, then we'll do it. And guess what? Because I waited until they had got just past 3 before I even attempted to potty train, it happened really easily. And we had very, very minimal accidents, and it was much, much easier. And then with the bottle, I tried doing it the way that they recommended, with taking the bottle away at 12 months, which I think is ludicrous because they're still babies. So with Lily, I was again of the opinion, the same way, she never slept in her own bed, ever. Right from day dot. If I put her in her Moses basket, she'd wake up. If I put her in the next to me crib thing we had, she'd wake up. She would only sleep, and therefore I would only sleep if she was in bed next to me. So I just put her in bed next to me. So she didn't sleep in her own bed until she was, I think, 4. And even then, she does still spend nights in our bed, which is fine by me because we're happy with that, and so is she. And she'd be in our bed constantly if we would let her. And she still wakes up in the night, as both my boys did. to come into our bed. And, you know, they don't do that anymore. Hardly ever do they do that anymore. They have to be, I don't know, it has to be like really windy or stormy or something outside to wake them up, but hardly ever do they do that anymore. They grow out of it in their own time. I didn't force them to stay in their own bed. I get not everybody wants their kids in their bed, and that's to each their own, but I got used to sleeping with them, and like, it doesn't bother me, and we got a big bed, so. But yeah, so it made sense to me to let her give up her bottles in her own time. Also, she was breastfed until she was 4.5. Like, I breastfed her for the longest. I breastfed Zach until he was 13 months, Charlie till he was 17 months, and Lily until she was 4.5, when we were both ready to give it up. Hang on a minute. So, sorry about that. Sibling stuff. Yeah, so it made no sense to me to try and force her to give up a bottle when she clearly liked it, wanted it, wasn't ready to give it up, and she'd not long been off the boob. So, like, what am I going to do? Traumatise my child? That seems really wrong to me. Like, that seems completely going against everything that you want to do as a parent. You don't want to traumatise your kid. And again, this isn't like a sweeping statement. If your kid came off the bottle happily at 1, then that is amazing. Well done. That's fine. But not all kids do that, and I know not all kids do that, and people don't talk about it. People don't talk about it because of the stigma from that. Basically, that's why people don't talk about it. Like, people don't talk about bedwetting past a certain age. They don't talk about bed sharing past a certain age. There's so many things people don't talk about because it becomes socially taboo, and you're not allowed to talk about it because it means your kid's weird. But all of our bloody kids are doing it, and none of us are saying it. So it's society that's weird. It's not us and the children. They're normal. Society's not normal. So today I just suggested, why don't you have your milk in a mug? And she was receptive to that idea. I said, because you've got your big girl teeth coming through now, why don't we put the milk in a mug? And she was like, yeah, okay. And then she ran off excitedly to tell the boys, I'm having my milk in a mug. So yeah. Whereas if I'd suggested that 3 months ago, she'd have been like, no. And then we've had a fight on our hands. Because I tried to do it with Zach when he was 1. He was screaming and crying. I was getting frustrated. Like, seriously, is this what it's meant to be like? Because I don't think so. I thought, I can't do this to him. It's not fair. So I didn't. So if there's anybody out there with kids younger than mine who are still on their bottle, or they're still in nappies, or they're still in nappies overnight and they shouldn't be, or you're thinking that you're doing something wrong because they're not doing something when the book says, I don't know a baby that was ever born. No one ever gives birth to their baby. The doctor doesn't pull the baby out and go, here's the baby, here's the book. Here you go. Crack on. You get the baby, and the baby's never read the book. So you just have to kind of figure out what this baby wants. And what this baby wants is going to be completely different, likely, to the next baby that you have, and to the baby after that, and to the baby after that if you have another one or whatever. So they're all completely different and individual. So it doesn't matter when they do things, as long as they do them. I've never met an adult that still sleeps with their mum and dad, has a dummy, has a bottle, and wears a nappy at night. So I don't think anybody needs to worry. And we also need to quit the judgment, because that's not okay either. Most mothers out there are doing the best they can for their kids. So let's just stop judging everybody. Let's just be kind. Because imagine if we spent all the time that we spent criticising other people, building them up, especially women. Women are the worst at this. Build each other up and support each other rather than tearing each other down. And imagine what a difference that would make. There would be mothers out there who wouldn't question themselves as much. There would be women with more self-esteem, more confidence. We'd be so much happier if we spent more time building each other up and supporting each other than slagging each other off and criticising and going, I'm better than you because I do this and you don't do it. I've got friends who we parent vastly differently. We have very different parenting opinions. We have very different opinions on religion and general stuff. But guess what? We don't judge each other, and we get on really well, and we can tell each other anything without fear of judgment from the other one. Just because you do something differently doesn't mean the other person's doing it wrong. Anyway, that's like my little 2 cents worth. I just feel like it needs to be said. Guys, what's going on? No, I think they're fine. I might need to go in there and see what they're doing. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of a chatty one. But I did want to come on and just address a couple of points, really. More to just make other people not feel alone, because being a mum can feel really lonely when you're constantly second guessed, especially when they're tiny. I'm still kind of there. My kids are still quite young, so I haven't got to the teenage years yet, when I imagine it comes with like loads of other things. That's going to be really difficult to navigate. But especially when they're little and they're hitting so many different things at once, like developmentally, it can be really lonely if your kid's not doing the same thing as everybody else, and what everybody's telling you you should be doing that either doesn't feel right or isn't working. So I just feel like people need to hear that it needs to be said, because people don't say it enough. And then what's worse than having a bunch of isolated, lonely mothers that are struggling or thinking they're not doing a good enough job? That's not going to do anybody any good, is it? Are we doing it this way? Here we go.
That's the bit I was stuck on.
I just have to have little teeny tiny children's fingers for this one. It's raining, so we're not going on a dog walk, so I don't fancy getting wet. So we're just going to meet my mum back at her house after they've walked the dogs, because they have to walk the dogs because they're theirs. So yeah, then we're going to go out for dinner. I'm hoping it dries up though. It's dry over there. It's raining out that window. But yeah, I don't plan. Oh no, it's not dry over there. It's just brighter over there. I'm hoping it dries up there because we're going to be walking from my mum's to the restaurant. So yeah, I don't want to get wet. And I'm really, really cold as well. I'm about to head over to my mum's. So I'm dressed. I've got I love this purple scarf. I think I got this purple scarf for £1 in a charity shop a couple of years ago, and I love it. I've got like a royal blue one as well, but I just prefer this colour. So I'm just wearing leggings and boots. I really need to get these boots resoled as well, because the tip of the toe it's coming off, and I can't find any other boots that I like that go around my calves and do up nicely. But the cost of getting these resold is going to be more than the actual boots, but I like the boots so much that it's going to be worth it. So I just need to take them to town and get them done. And I've just got my little throw-over cardigan on and a strappy top. So there we go. Everyone's been sat on my bed, so now it's all messy. Yeah, it'd be nice to go out for dinner. And then we're out for dinner next Saturday as well. Right, you need to get a jumper on your bed. Your jumper's on your bed, get your jumper, and then get your coat. Hey, Ellie Belly. Roxy, go eat your dinner. Look. Go eat your dinner, Roxy. She's like, but Ellie's got loads more than I have. That's not fair. Hey, Ellie Belly. Lovely girl. See you later, baby. We're going out for dinner. Bye, Roxy. Bye-bye, darling. She's just eating her treat first. It's delicious. I know, I'm doing yours. Can I try a bit of yours? It looks so good.